students of class 11th. I am Avnash Lambert, your business studies teacher, and today we are going to continue our first chapter, which is nature and purpose of business. Today we are going to continue our new topic, which is concept of business. So let's start. Business is an institution organized and operated. Business is an institution. It's a place which is organized, which is arranged and operated and run by to provide goods and services. To whom? To society under the incentive of private gain. It's a business. Business is an institution which is operated and organized to provide goods and services, to provide things, to provide commodities to people, to the consumers, to the society under just one condition, so that they can earn some private benefits, private gains. This definition was given by Wheeler. Now, there are few things which are still in the concept of business. These are the modern business things, like creating customers. You just don't live with only few customers or only numbered customers. No, you have to increase your list of customers day by day. So, creating customers, creating economic resources into goods and services. How can one convert all those things, all those economic things into goods and services, so that people can buy them? So this is also one of the concepts of business. Innovating new products and services. You need to innovate. You need new technologies. You need new methods, so that you can bring more products, bring new products, so that you can make more customers. So innovation is the key. Next is marketing. These innovative products. Marketing these innovative products. These innovative products need to be marketed. What do you mean by marketing? Marketing means to make aware the customers, so that your production and your sales can be increased, and thus you can have the more amount of profit. Now let's come to the characteristics of business. The first characteristic of business is it is an economic activity. Why? Because it is done for earning profit and not for psychological satisfaction. It is an economic activity. It is related with the production, exchange, investment, consumption, all these things, but not with the psychological gains. It is only meant for profit earning. That's why it is an economic activity. Now, the second characteristic, production of goods and services. Now, goods may be consumer goods or producer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which are consumed directly by the consumers, by us. And what are producer goods? Producer goods or industrial goods are those goods which are used by the producer for manufacturing the goods and services, ultimately for gaining more wealth. So, goods may be consumer, may be producer, may include, and services may include transportation, banking and insurance, etc. So basically, production of goods and services. Under the business, there are production of goods and services. Under production, you can say consumer goods, producer goods, or under services, we can say services like transportation, banking and insurance, etc. Now the third characteristic of business is sales and exchange of goods and services. After production, there is sales. For sales, not for self-consumption, as it cannot be called a business. The sales is done for profit making. This sales is not done for self-consumption. Suppose a businessman, a producer has produced some goods and he utilizes all those goods by himself or by his family. Is it called a business? No, it will not be called as business. Therefore, not for self-consumption, it cannot be called business. The sales is done for the exchange of goods and services. For the exchange of goods and services, you receive the money. Now the fourth characteristic of business is dealing on a regular basis. The business is to be done on a regular basis. You just can't produce things on one day and on the next day you just stop that. No, it is not like that. Business should be on a regular basis. One single transaction cannot be termed as business. If you are doing only one transaction, suppose you have bought a house, is that a business? No. But what if buying a house regularly? Suppose you are a broker. You buy the houses and sell them to the required persons. So, under this buying of house regularly, this will be termed as business and this will not be termed as business. Now come to the next one, which is profit earning. The most important characteristic of a business is profit earning. The primary motive, it's the primary motive of a business, that is profit earning. Businessmen, all the businessmen make all the possible efforts to increase the volume of sale and reduce cost. It's a game of profit making. All the businessmen, they try to sell as much as they can. They can sell all the goods as soon as possible and to produce them in the minimum cost. All the producers want their good to be produced in a minimum cost so that they can sell them at a better prices, and if they are selling more and more goods, then they are having the profit earning. So all the businessmen make the possible efforts to increase the volume of sale. If they are increasing the volume of sale, it's definite that they will be earning more and more profits. Now the last characteristic of business is element of risk. Yes, there is a risk involved in the business. If there is no risk, there is no business. So it involves risk. There is always a possibility of losses. If there are gains, then there are losses too. There are so many business institutions which have shut down. Why? Because of the losses. Changes in the market condition. Why they are having the losses? Because the marketing conditions is changing. The customer taste may change. It might be a strike in the businessman's own factory. If the businessman's factory is having a strike by his worker, then there is an element of risk that the businessman will suffer huge losses. Is that clear? So these are the characteristics of business. It's an economic activities which include production of goods and services. It also includes sales of exchange goods and services. It should be dealt on a regular basis. It should be done for the profit motive, and there should be an element of risk. Friends, the next topic is objectives. Objectives of business. Now, the objectives of business are bifurcated into two objectives. One is economic objectives and the second one is social objectives. Let's start with the first objective, which is economic objectives. The first objective is satisfying the wants of consumer as well as the motive of profit earning. The economic objective, the purpose of the business is to satisfying the wants, to provide all the commodities which are consumer demanding, and as well as, and they also want to earn profits. So there are two motives. One is to satisfying the customers with whatever they are demanding and to earn more and more profit. Now the second one, to improve its market standing. Every business institution wants to have a better image, have a better standing in the whole market. Every brand wants its supremacy. Every brand wants that each and every people in that city, in that country know its name. So, to improve its market standing by large number of customers recognition, to improve its market standing, the place where they stand in the whole market with the other competitors, to improve its market standing by large number of consumers recognition. Now the next one is innovation by adoption of latest methods and technology. Innovation by adoption of latest methods and technology. Basically, they are being competitive. Competitive means to have a fight with other business institutions so that they can be toe to toe and head to head with the other business institutions. If they don't innovate, if they don't adopt the latest technology, their product will be outdated and no consumer will be buying that. So, next one, to acquire more physical and financial resources. What are physical resources? All those raw material, machineries like that, and financial resources, money, capital, loans, as per its need. Whatever physical and financial resources a business is required, they should get all those resources as per their needs, as much as they need only, not more than or less than that. And they should use them efficiently. They should not waste them. They should use them efficiently in a very proper manner. Next one, increase in productivity. What is productivity? To have more production in the same raw material, with the same area, with the same labor, with the same machinery. To increase the productivity so that they can produce more and they can sell more and they can earn more money. To ensure continuous survival and progress. If they are producing more, if productivity of their goods and services is increasing, then it's definite that their survival and growth or progress will be for the indefinite time. The last economic objective is to motivate managers to develop. The manager should be of a very dynamic nature. Their mind should be dynamic. They should be thinking. Managers should be futuristic. They should be thinking above the time so that they can predict the future. They should be predicting future so that they can be developed. Their mind can be developed, and the workers to promote positive attitude. And those managers should be giving positive vibes to the employees, to the workers, whoever is working for them. So there should be a positive attitude among the workers, and the manager should be of a developing nature, of a dynamic nature. So the next is social objectives. Let's come to the social objectives. The first social objective is supply good quality of products. Not only good quality of product, but also the price of that product should be reasonable. They should not be charging higher price for a lower product. They should be charging very reasonable price for their products, and the quality of should be a very good quality. Now, avoidance of unfair trading. A business should always avoid the unfair trading. They should not be doing black marketing. They should not be cheating their customers. They should be very clear, very specific while mentioning the product name, expiry date, and all the important stuff. The next one is employee welfare. They should not cheat their employees. They should be giving positive attributes. They should be giving positive vibes. They should be giving positive attitude toward the employees. They should be given good salaries, good wages, and they should not be mentally harassed. They should be provided with the better facilities apart from their salaries. Now, the next one is generation of employment. And business organization always generates the employment. If there is business organization, they are producing more and more employment. So, it's an objective, the social objective. The society improves with the starting of a business firm. So, if the business is there, the social objective of this business is to generate employment. The last one is protection of environment. The social responsibility of the business is to protect the environment. They should not be cutting trees, they should not be polluting water, they should not be polluting the air. They should protect the environment. So that's all for this video. I hope you all have understood the concept of business, the characteristic of business, and the objectives, which are economic and social objectives. So that's all for today's video. Stay home, stay safe.